Hi, I'm Elaine and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be making white chocolate macadamia nut cookies. These are a real treat around Christmas time, make great gifts, and so we're going to go ahead and get started. So let me turn you down so you can see. Okay, so here I have 2 1/2 cups of all-purpose flour. And I have 1/2 cup of white sugar and 3/4 cup of brown sugar. I have 2 sticks of softened butter. I have 2 eggs. And I have 1 cup of chopped macadamia nuts. And just a little bit more than a cup of white chocolate chips. And this is also going to contain some of this Heath Brickle. It gives them a really good taste, a really special taste. So we're going to get this started. So in my mixer, let me turn you over to the mixer so you can see a little better. Okay, there we go. Okay, and I'm going to put in the butter. And the sugars, both the white and the brown sugar. Okay, and I'm going to beat this until smooth, so when I get this beat, I will be back. Okay, I have my sugar and my butter beat until it's smooth, and you can see how it, about the right consistency. So let's get that back in there. Now we're going to add the eggs one at a time. So I have my 2 eggs right here. And we're just going to pour 1 egg in. Okay, there's 1. And I'm going to beat this in. I don't want to beat it too high a speed because I don't want it to jar the camera too much. Alright, let's add the other egg. And there it goes. Okay, and then to this I'm going to add 1 full teaspoon of vanilla extract. Alright, and I'm going to beat this all together until it's smooth, and when I get that done I will be back. Okay, I'm back, and I have my eggs and my sugars all mixed together, and there's what they look like. So it's light, fluffy mixture. Okay, and now I have my flour. This is my 2 1/2 cups flour. And to that, I'm going to add my 1 teaspoon of baking soda. This is baking soda, not baking powder. Baking soda. Okay, and so I'm going to put that right, just pour that right in. And then to that, I'm going to add my 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So we're going to get the salt added. Okay, and there we are. Okay, let me grab a fork real quick. Alright, and I'm just going to kind of mix this together and make sure that I have all that soda and everything mixed in well, because we don't want little lumps of soda in our cookies. That would not be a good thing. Okay, and you could sift this together. I just didn't, but you could if you wanted to do it that way. But it's just as easy, and it does this as well, see, to go ahead and just stir that in. Okay, and now to this, to my creamed mixture, I'm going to go ahead and start adding this flour a little bit at a time. Don't want to add it too quickly because we may not be able to get it mixed good. So I'm going to go ahead and just add that a little bit at a time. Push my mixer back a little bit. You pull it up a little. There we go. Now you can see better. All right. There's that, and we're going to add a little more and just kind of keep going. Okay, I'm going to take this off the mixer at this point and go ahead and do the rest of this by hand. Okay, so let's take this off. There we go. Alright, and just lay that aside for a moment. Okay, and we're going to take this off of the mixer. Okay, and we'll start stirring this together. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and just add the rest of this in. And start stirring this together. Now where I used to work, there was one of our, I worked in the music department. I was a music buyer's assistant at a Christian product retailer. And, or not retailer, it was a warehouse. And we sold to the music stores and the Christian stores. They would order their product from us. So that was my job. I was a music buyer's assistant. And every year, one of our vendors that we dealt with on a regular basis used to send us a huge box of these macadamia nut chocolate or white chocolate chip cookies that she would get at one of their local bakeries. And they were so good. It's absolutely wonderful cookies. And I always wanted to make them, and I never really had the time to do it because I was always very, very busy during that time. But so lately I've been taking the time, and it's so well worth it. These are such good cookies. But anyway, if you have a special Christmas memory or a recipe that you would like to share, please feel free to do so in the comments below. I would love to read those comments. And I always try to respond to all my comments. And so please go ahead and do that. And I'll be listing these ingredients below too, so that you'll be able to see what we've added. Okay, you want to rinse my fingers? All right. And now what we're going to do is we're going to fold in our white chocolate chips. Get these kind of started. Uh-oh. You want to fling those out. They're too good. Okay, and then we're going to be stirring in our macadamia nuts that I have very coarsely chopped. I actually put these in my little mini food processor and just chopped them up there, pulsed it a few times till I got them. I didn't want to chop them up too fine. Okay, and they are starting to look like white chocolate chip cookie dough. Starting to come along really well. Okay, that looks good. Now the last thing that I am going to put in here, so I rinse my hands a little bit, is my Brickle. Because the cookies that she used to give us from that bakery every year had Brickle pieces in them. And they are so good. I'm going to start with adding just about half of that bag, and we'll see. If I think it needs more, we'll add it. If I don't, we'll be good. So this spatula is not quite stiff enough. I am going to switch over to a wooden spoon. Hang on just a second. Okay, that's a little better. Now that's getting it from the bottom a little better. Okay, That looks really good. Now I have been preheating my oven to 350 degrees. And what I have also done is I've lined 2 cookie sheets with parchment paper, because I don't want these to get too brown on the bottom. I want them to stay nice and golden on the bottom and not get too brown. So, yeah, and I think that is enough right there. That looks great. All right, let's go ahead and take this off. All right, and you can, just to show you the batter. Okay, here's my cookie sheet that I have lined with parchment paper. And I'm just going to get this is a tablespoon that I'm using. And I'm just going to start putting these cookies on the parchment paper. It's about a tablespoon or so at a time. And we're going to put them a couple of inches apart. I don't want them to be too close. Looks good. Okay, my husband just said they were too big, but I don't think so. We'll find out after this first batch comes out. If they are, you know, but I don't think they are, because okay, so that's about right. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and get these baked. And whoops, not quite high enough. There we go. I'm going to get these baked, and when they come out of the oven, I will be back with you. Okay, my cookies are done, and they came out of the oven, and here's how they turned out. And we've already eaten a couple of them. They are very, very good. And so I am going to put those ingredients. You might have heard my husband in the background. He just said, mm-hmm, when I said they were good. He just finished about 4 of them, I think. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful. And I will again, and I'll list these ingredients down below in the description so you can make these yourself if you like. And I do thank you for watching, and if you found this video helpful and you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe and hit the message bell so that you can be notified whenever I post new videos. Okay, well, y'all have a great day, and thank you so much for watching. See you next time.